fish. We've laid that color palette over the top of our initial color palette on the down imaging side.
Hello boys and girls, guys and gals, dogs and cats. We are on our first episode of the 2019 season. It is January the 10th and it's probably 30 degrees. Not the ideal temperature that I like, but nonetheless, we had to get out. Had to do a little crappie fishing here on Truman Lake with my boy Jeff Faulkenberry. See, my mouth can't even work with Jeff Faulkenberry. You know, cabin fever is already kind of setting in early. The boat shows are going on. People are kind of getting excited, and we are going to single pole dip some structure. So we're going to talk a little bit more about it as we go on during the day, what we're looking for, how we're finding fish, and how we're catching them. So stay tuned for a chilly day in January 2019, crappie fishing Truman Lake. Jeff Faulkenberry. See you in a bit. Look here, fish on, fish on. Good fish too. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Keeper crappie, fat as a pig. Well, we got out here and sun come out. We ain't been out here long. First keeper fish, good and white. Jeff, I want to put this back there in the well, or you want to put it up in the front well?
Let's put it in the front well.
Put her in the front well.
Drop the plug in there.
His Sportsman 2100 here that he's got, we've got a front well in here now, and that makes it pretty handy. I'll cut the deal on here. You know, Jeff, we come out here trying to establish a pattern, and I mean, what we're actually doing is really what we'd be doing in the summer or the fall or whatever. So what's different?
We have a little bit warmer than average water temperatures here. Of course, in the Midwest, we've had a really warm winter, and you know, these fish are getting on the structure a lot tighter than they normally are this time of year. Water temperature's up, about 41, 43 right in there. And usually this time of year, we're still in that 38, 39 range, and the fish are just staging on shad schools. What we found the last couple days is they've really got more on the structure with the warmer water temperature.
Think? Double, little keeper white crappie. Catching the monsters or whatever, but you know, we're getting bit, and that's all that matters. Clouds are trying to come out, and you can just see how white these fish are. You know, we talked off camera a little bit ago. Jeff was talking about this, had a little ice on it a couple times this year, and water's muddy, it's been up. So, you know, normally you see these crappie, they'll have their horizontal lines and their specks if they're black crappie or whatever, but they're real white right now because it's just been dark, muddy. And so when they say white crappie, I mean it's white crappie. But we're just using, today, I'm using a little tube right here. You can just see the little green and chartreuse with an orange head. And just for dipping straight down, that tube is just hard to beat.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice one.
Another crappie. Boy, and I mean he thumped it now. I mean, put the hammer to it now.
Hammer down.
That's the way you're supposed to hit right there. Another white crappie. Yes, sir. Cold, 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 cold weather crappie. I'm gonna tell you boys, ain't nothing better, unless it's warm crappie. But I mean, you know, it's cold, but we're not cold. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's cold temperatures, probably upper 30s or whatever, but you can't really tell it. And, getting us a little mess right here. Single pole, one jig.
Feel the thump.
Just feeling the thump. I mean, come on, boys. January the 10th, today would have been my dad's 78th birthday.
Wow.
So I'm out here fishing on what would have been his birthday, having a big time with some good friends out here and catching crappie. Get out, boys, get out. The time is right. Anywhere you live, if you've got water out here, go crappie fishing. Right now is the time. We're doing exactly about the same thing that we would have been doing if it'd be July.
Yes, sir.
That's what's great about Truman Lake. I mean, you can just about fish some of the same places year round. Got him? Whipped him out of there, attaboy. Attaboy. Yeah.
Good little eater black crappie.
You know, it's just, wonder why it's just one on a tree. Jeff, what do you think?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know if the fish are spooking easily. You know, once you whip one out, everybody else says no way or what. Some of these fish are super high in the water column and they'll spook easy when they're high like that. We've got the sun kind of coming and going.
But if you're in an area that there's quite a bit of brush or standing timber, pole timber like we're in, never fear, because if they run off, they'll go to the next one and you just keep meandering your way like we are. We're just kind of going from spot to spot to spot, and we'll pick up about one per tree.
And revisit it, you know.
Yeah.
Run your, if you're on a stump row or a tree row, you know, run your tree row out and then, you know, turn around and just run right back through it again, and inevitably you'll get bit again on most of the trees you got bit on the first time.
But you're not going to do anything if you guys are just sitting there watching us instead of going out there fishing.
One of the newest updates in Lowrance technology for any of the units, whether it be the carbons, elite TIs, the new live stuff coming out, is what they've got what's called fish reveal. And Lowrance's side scan and down scan has always been really good, and especially paired with the structure scan on the mapping side of life. But this fish reveal, you can basically have your side scan or your down scan one color palette, and then have the fish reveal another color palette, and it overlays, so it actually separates the fish from the structure. We'll clear that off real quick. But basically, as we're cruising through these treetops, as you can see them on the side scan over here, you can also see them on the down imaging, but you can see the little red and yellow images in there. Those are our fish. We've laid that color palette over the top of our initial color palette on the down imaging side, and these fish are all popping up. These are probably big catfish down here, suspended up a little bit, but all these in here, bigger the fish, obviously the brighter the return, but you can actually lay that over.
Oop, 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 oop. Fish on, fish on, fish on, fish on, fish on. Bringing it right into your living room. Fish on. How about that?
Fat winter booger.
I mean that now. I mean, these are just the perfect eating size right here. Figure about 10.5 inches. Just absolutely perfect. Perfect. Get him right in here.
No lunchbox.
Got it in the lunchbox right there.
Ought to be one living there.
You would think. In this little old crappie condo. What's our depth? 10 feet? If we're catching one per tree, see, we should be able to get
4 or 5 out of
There
it.
you go. There you go. Let me get out of your way.
You're in good shape.
That's the way to do her right there.
Feeling that thump.
Yeah, if we catch one per tree,
There's like 5 trees.
there should
on
be
it.
5 fish caught right here. You know, there's all good tubes out there. It doesn't have to be any particular one or whatever, but you know, that's just what you want with that head down in there. I've got that little orange head. It's a good thing about crappie fishing, man, versus them old bass fishermen. They gotta have 800 pounds of bait. We've got it all in less than a pound.
You can carry all you need to go crappie fishing in your pocket.
You just about can, can't you? You know, Jeff has got the new G3 Sportsman 2100 and you know, a lot of the guys that have this boat, you know, use it for catfishing, but you can see what we've been doing. You've seen me in a few shows before and with Jeff Williams when he had his 2100 and Sportsman 200 along with Jeff and all of his 200. And as you can see, you can crappie fish out of this just as easy as you can catfishing. It's just a multi-species boat. We've just been as comfy as we can be. We can haul all kind of gear in here. We ain't running into one another, and it's just an all-around boat, and we're just really, really tickled with it. We got this thing armed with 2 10-foot red power poles, the Yamaha SHO 175. We got the Minn Kota Ultrex 36-volt, 112-pound thrust trolling motor, and 2 Lowrance HD S9 units on here. And I'm gonna tell you what, this is a fishing machine. You guys want the ultimate all-around fishing boat? Check out the G3 Sportsman 2100 at your nearest dealer. There we go. Fish on. Oh,
Look at that little dude.
little dinky black crappie.
Cute.
You know what though? Let me tell you something. I've never done this. I'm gonna close the show on this little guy right here because I think that one day he's gonna grow up to be a dandy. Probably backlit on you. I'm sorry about that. Nice little old crappie right there. But we've had a ball out here. Like I said, January the 10th, and about 30 some odd degrees. Might have got to 40 today. And Jeff, we've had a good day, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's cabin fever, you know, set in, and it was time to get out, and finally got some good weather.
Yep. And it was a lot of fun, and just get out there, guys. You know, this time of year is excellent time to catch the crappie. You know, and it's different in different places in the country, but any place you got the standing timber, lots of brush or structure or whatever, crappie are holding to them right now, and I'm sure you're watching other guys doing the same thing. But get out there. You can't catch them if you're not going, and I think you'll enjoy it. Gets kind of the cabin fever out there, and just kind of get you catapulted into spring. But anyway, that's all the time we got for this episode. We're about to run out of battery, and we're getting hungry. And just remember, keep what you can use, release the rest, and we'll see you somewhere next week, right here on the G3 Sportsman. Thanks for watching. All right, let's see if we can catch one more.
Just that one more.
Just that one more.